Alright guys, it's day number 55 of my talking in front of the camera, trying to enhance my ability to speak English and improve my colloquial English. And today, finally, I got home, I guess, about 2 hours ago. And yeah, so today I have an ability to answer IELTS questions. I thought to record this video probably in airport, but I realized that it makes no sense. I'd rather return home and record this video here because there are a lot of noise, there are no convenient place to put my phone, and yeah. So let's just get started. Let's talk. We are going to talk about study and work performances. Let's go. Let's talk about studying and working environments. Do you prefer to study at home or in a library? Of course, at home. Generally, by the way, I don't know. I didn't try to study in the library or place like this because at home I really don't have this atmosphere to study. It's the same place when I have to study and when I have to rest, I have to chill. And sometimes it's hard to be focused for the long time. So I would like to change my environment when I'm studying, but library it isn't the place where I would like to come because it's a place when you have to keep silence, or you have to be silently. And yeah, but when I'm studying, I like to read out loud. I like to talk about something, at least because mainly I'm learning languages, and to remember it better, to work with my pronunciation and everything like this, I need to talk about it. So library isn't really suitable place for this. So I'd rather prefer to study at home in this comparison. So what is your favorite place to study? I really like to attend some places like I don't have favorite place to study. That's first of all, and also any place that I can change. I just prefer to go somewhere in some class, in some office, for example, to study there, because it was otherwise. Usually there are no vibe to pick up your phone and just waste your time. So uh, generally there are no favorite place, but I would like to study somewhere, but not at home. For example, when I have French classes, I really enjoy it because I have 3 hours when I'm studying French, and I don't touch my phone at all because I don't need it and I don't want. And that's really cool. That's really cool. So I would like to do the same when I study more, not only French, So yeah. All right. What part of your school did you like the most? To be honest, the first memories that I caught myself with uh, is about laughing and about my friends, because I remember that each lesson, during each lesson, I had two friends, and they always made me laugh, literally always. And I even like to attend school because of this, because I I can come to school and they are my friends, and my mood always will be very, very, very good. So yeah, it's like was my the favorite part, the most favorite part of the school. It's my friends and time when we laughed. So yeah, but generally, I don't know what should I say about it. Probably it asked me about like some place in the school, but I don't know, never mind. So do you prefer to work at home or in the workplace? It's the same question, I guess, as with studying. So I can say that I'd rather do it somewhere, but I do it at home. It makes no sense to repeat the previous questions, so I continue. Do you prefer to work alone or in a group? Um, I don't know. Depends on field that I'm busy with. Because, for example, when I'm studying French, it's pretty cool to work with group. However, I'd rather prefer to work alone. But it looks like you can to when you have a group, you can to communicate with someone, you can to practice your language, you have some oh my god, it's kind of gambling, when you want to be better than people with who you are in the same group. But on the other hand, when you're working alone, nobody touch you, nobody distract you, and you're able just to work silently without any problems. So I don't know. I would like to combine it somehow. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's a good question, and currently I don't even have only one answer. Like I can choose between both. Alright, let's move next. Now it's part 2. Now I'm going to give you a topic. I describe a place where you like to study or work. You should say where this place is, what it looks like, what you do there, and explain why you enjoy studying or working there. Alright, I would like to tell about my class. It's a building when I'm studying French. I really like that place because there are different groups who also do the same, like study French. And I like it because they are atmospherical when you arrive there and come into and when you come into this building, you don't have another desire except studying French. So it's very cool. Also, I like it because at the same time it's a great opportunity to talk with someone and learning and practice your French simultaneously. So that's probably one of my favorite places nowadays because I don't have a lot of different places, and that one is definitely one that I really enjoy to visit and to study in. I know I'm not sure that I was talking for 1 to 2 minutes, but I guess I said everything. It looks like, all right. How does it look like? It looks like a building in Belgium style. It's like, I don't know, the building from 1920 decades, and or no, 1920 centuries. That's called like, wait, let me check. Century, from 20th century, like 19th 20th century. So but it looks pretty good. Inside the class, for example, there are huge table. No, it's a whiteboard. Of course, there are huge whiteboard. There are a lot of tables, and I don't know, like nothing special. It's like basic class, to study. So, alright, I have nothing to tell about it more. I just described the place, I guess. So let's move next. Part 3 discussion. Now let's talk more about study and work environments. What are the advantages and disadvantages of studying at home? I thought about it several times in my previous videos, but I can repeat. So, of course, there are advantages, disadvantages. For example, if we are going to talk about advantages, you don't need to leave your home, you don't need to spend some time to move from one place to another one, and you can just wake up, your morning routine, and you are able to work, to study, whatever you need. But on the other hand, if we are talking about disadvantages, our brain, it is used to perceive our environment, and if you are living in one environment for the long time and you are doing the same thing, next time when you arrive in this environment, your brain will be associated with those things that you were doing previously. For example, if you have some place when you arrive, some building when you arrive, and you always read books there. For example, as library. Each time, for example, for the month, you arrive there every day and read books. And the next time when you arrive there, you realize that you want to read book there. You don't want to pick up your phone to do something else, because your brain perceives this place when you have to read. The same at home. At home, mostly you are sleeping, chilling, and something like this. So your brain perceives it more to place for relax, not for study, not for try harding. So it's a really huge disadvantage, because even in my case, I really often notice that it looks like I want to study, but at the same time I don't want. I don't know, just my surroundings don't allow me to do it. Alright, let's move next. It's second question. Why do some people find it hard to work or study in noisy places? Probably sometimes when you work, your brain must to focus on hard information, and you need to perceive it clearly. And when there are a lot of noise around you, it makes it harder. So therefore, you need to spend more time to execute some tasks, and it's annoying. Or even that noise that is around you, it distracts you and distracts you, and you don't even want to work, for example. So in my opinion, that's the only reasons why people don't like it, because in my case, I also don't want to be distracted by something during studying, during working, for example. So, and we can't force our brain, don't pay attention to that noise. So also our brain has to allocate some energy, allocate some attention to perceive that noise, and therefore it makes harder to focus on your on your tasks. Alright, let's move next. How do libraries support learning today compared to the past? Unfortunately, nowadays libraries, in my opinion, are almost useless, because it's a great place for enjoyers who like libraries and read there, but generally you don't need to go there, because you can buy each book for the really cheap price, and also you can find it in digital version. It's just great opportunity. For example, nowadays, the other days I managed to add several books in digital, and one of them I'm reading, and reading pretty a lot. So, and I don't need to go to the library, spend some time, and it just makes no sense to me, you know. So, but in the past it was impossible to just pick up your phone and find the book you would like to read, for example, and it was useful. So, yeah, let's move next. What makes an ideal workplace or study environment in your opinion? Uh, First of all, I guess it must be place when you arrive only to study or to work, because previously I explained how our brain perceives it all. So it's important to have a specific place for studying or working. Also, it must be clean. You don't need to have anything that is able to distract you. For example, in my case, I don't know, I don't have anything, but I have cubes cubes rooms, and they're on another table, and I can touch them, so I can't be distracted by them. But for example, I don't know, I have watches. I can pick up my watches to look at the time, and it can distract me. You know what I mean? So you have to avoid it. Your place must be clean without anything that is able to distract you. And I always struggle with that. I always clean my place, but in 2 days I put something there, something here, and as a result, my place is messed. You know. So yeah, it's important to keep your place without unnecessary things, and yeah, that's all I guess. All right, do you think companies should allow employees to work from home? Why or why not? To be honest, I don't know. I guess that will be better to study in office, because you have your environment to study, you have people with who you are working, and it makes you as part of everything. Because when you are working from home, you can't feel this vibe, this atmosphere. So it will be better to speak with people in real life, to work in the office, for example, than from home. But of course, if employees wish to work from home, and if it's possible, I guess companies should allow them, because for companies it's a great opportunity to avoid one more place that they have to equip for someone, and it's a great opportunity to save some money. So yes, of course, if they wish, of course they're able to, they should to allow them work from home. And the last question: how can working in a group help improve learning or productivity? How can working in a group help improve learning or productivity? Yeah. Working group, I don't know. I can talk about studying because I have never worked in some places like office when I have to communicate with someone. I don't know, probably it's a great idea. It's a great opportunity to get some idea from someone, or I probably can repeat about atmospheres, that when you see that everyone work about you, you also want to work. For example, in my case, even when I'm not in the same place with someone who's working, for example, when someone study also English, it from someone from my friends, and I know about it, at the same time I'm getting desire to do the same. I also want to learn English, because you're learning, I also want to do it. That's really cool, and probably something like this, but I don't have insight into this topic, because I never was in that environment when you need to work in the office with someone, and how does it affect you. Alright, that's all. 20 minutes video, no way, it's pretty long. But I finally returned home. It was day number 55, and see you tomorrow or next time. I don't know. I hope the next time will be tomorrow.